Palestinians at Yarmouk refugee camp held a demonstration to express their anger and protest against the Israeli massive airstrikes against targets in the besieged Gaza, which have resulted in the death of over 200 Palestinians and injury of about 300 others. Demonstrators who held Palestinian flags and banners denounced the Israeli blitz on defenseless Palestinian citizens in the Gaza Strip. Israel says it launched airstrikes on Gaza earlier in the day in retaliation for Hamas' continued rocket firing at southern Israel.
We denounce these heinous crimes and the massacre of the defenseless people of Gaza. We hold the U.S. administration, the Zionist entity and the Arab regimes who are responsible for the killing of Palestinians.
We promise the people of Gaza we will take their revenge on the savage enemy. From now on, Israelis will be our targets, both inside and outside Palestine.
Demonstrators called on the international community and Arab countries to intervene in order to put an end to the crimes perpetrated by Israel against the oppressed Palestinians.
The stance of Arab states is regrettably weak and pathetic. There is a humiliating Arab silence toward the Zionist massacre, which occurred against civilians and police targets in Gaza. The public needs to take a decisive, courageous stance against Israeli embassies in the Arab world.
They also called on the Egyptian government to reopen Rafah crossing with Gaza and provide Gazans with necessary means to repulse the Israeli aggression.
We demand that Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak stop colluding with the American and Zionist governments. The Israeli enemy wouldn't dare target the people of Gaza if Cairo hadn't colluded with Tel Aviv.
The Syrian government denounced the Israeli raid on Gaza and described it as a blatant crime and terrorist act against Palestinians. Meanwhile, Syrian President Bashar al-Assad made telephone conversations with leaders of Arab countries in a bid to urge them to convene an emergency summit to discuss the grave situation in Gaza Strip. Analysts believe that Israeli massacre on besieged Gaza is a new war crime perpetrated by Israel on Palestinian people, aimed at breaking Palestinian people's steadfastness and resistance against Israeli occupation. Samer Dada, Press TV, Damascus.